Ooh, meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, I'm in. I'm here. I'm here. Wow. I think I've got everything set up right, although I have no idea. I'm gonna click this edit button real quick. Um, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Customization. Okay, I'm just gonna cancel that because I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm hoping the sound's coming through. Had real difficulty today getting online, connecting to the interwebs, and then getting mic and camera access, I guess. I mean, it was difficult to get, and the interweb should be pretty available at this point, I would think, but not available to me in this instance. Then camera and mic access was like denied. I couldn't figure that out for the life of me. Clicked some button that said allow everything. I'm also plugged into this Roadcast sound system. That's why I have the headphones and the microphone up so that I'm using their sound quality in this podcast room. My camera isn't the best either, but it's all I got, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to turn the volume down just a minute because it's coming through on my headphones hot. This isn't doing anything. My volume on my computer isn't doing anything. It's still loud. So it's coming on my headphones hot. Hold on, I'm going to just shift it down for a second. Boom. Okay, I turned it down too much. Shift it back up. Shift it back up. Shift it back up. Okay, that seems better. Okay, so I don't know if the sound's coming through. I mean, the last video I connected to the interwebs through the library system. That doesn't gigabyte quick. GPS is per seconds, very slow. There was a lot of lapse in my video, a lot of lag time, little, skibbities. I think that's the term nowadays. The skibbities happened, and I couldn't get to the next moment of time smoothly. So I reconnected to my phone today because there's a hot spot on my phone. That was difficult. So hopefully the sound's coming through. I plugged into this Roadcaster system. The camera's obviously looking like it's working. Although when I was setting up everything, it said, camera loading. Didn't give me an option. Sound loading did not give me any options. So this could be a cold waste of time. I almost canceled the whole systematic process today anyway because of where I've been at. Ooh, something hit me hard. Ugh. Ooh, diseases. Ooh, viruses in the nasal congestion, through the body, coughing up things, not even coughing up things for weeks, fever, real high for days, took me out. Haven't posted. Okay, I got to turn the sound down one more time. Just a little bit, though, just so it doesn't ring in my ears because my eardrums are shot. They're crackled like a broken speaker. I'm going to keep my coffee. I've talked about this before. I need it. It's part of my lifeblood. I'm going to keep sipping on this today so I keep a soft fluid in my throat to keep a dampness there so the talking components work higher quality. Okay. So wasn't even going to show up today. Don't feel ready or prepared. Most of the times I'm not. Wisdom is unplanned, but I just didn't even know what to talk about. My throat's still working out its own functionality. So hopefully I'm not putting diseases on the microphone for the next human species to arrive here in the studio. So I apologize for the coughing, the voice tonality, the sniffling, the ingesting of the sniffles to try to clear the palate and the airwaves and the sinus cavities for better voice quality from myself. But almost canceled today. Didn't know what to talk about. It's episode 5. I've been out of the loop for like 2.5 weeks now. I need to get some trampoline videos up. I haven't done that at all. I need to get some voice sounding bites up here. I'm probably going to do about 30 minutes, hot 30 minutes here, due to taking so long to get online, connected, get permissions allowed. So we're just going to wing it as always. I don't do it any different other way. But I'm going to wing it today and talk about stuff. I don't know yet. That's kind of why I'm rambling, trying to help give time for my thinking patterns to qualitatively conduct context to talk about. And that was fancy. Other than that, no, no trampoline videos done in weeks. So I got to get those up there. I got 4 good ones for you, you gentles, ladies, and humans. I got 4 good ones I want to pop out. Just need to find the time and the energy, because that's what's been wafting. I mean, I think I've slept like 9.5 hours almost each night for 2 straight weeks. That's a lot. That's a lot for me, but that's a lot in general. And my back was hurting because I was sleeping so much. I don't like to sleep over a 7.5 mark, because then things don't work right for me. I need to get up. I need to get moving. So that's part of this today. I was like, got to get back in the flow. Got to get back up online. Got to get your talking points in. So that's where we're at. Hold on. Qualitative sips. Bless your heart, human being, for the coffee that you gave me. So, again, we're here today. We're live. Nobody's watching this. Episode 5, the eternal wizard sage of Falafadorf. Really fallen in love with that word, that name, that sentence. But that's just to bridge the gap between the long form out conversations, which are these, and the short blippets of me intensely exercising on a trampoline. They're completely separate. One is just wizardry, just wizardry magic of bouncing components and thyself, which I love. The second is this, the wizardry component of talking. And again, the episodes are about, these long episodes, the live ones are about honestly, truthfully, authentically you. Okay. That's what we're going for. Authenticity, being more authentic, finding the inner core of who we are, and then falling in love again with that inner core. That's a big thing, is like falling in love with the inner self, the true personality. This is part of the why that I look the way I do, because I have been a clean cut guy all my life. Just in the last couple years, after the first child I had, which I did not have, but the first child that I helped create that is now on the planet Earth, I shaved everything. I went to a barber, clean cut my head, straight razored it, and then I just grew things from there. And I really wanted to do that because I was just trying to create a little separation between me, thyself, and society. For me, I thought that would help me on the path to finding more of myself. Am I going to look like this forever? I don't know. But right now, this is a part of my separation. I don't want to look like the formal society person. Does that create awkwardness for other people? Maybe, but I'm liking it and I want to do it. And this is part of my process to finding my most authentic self within myself. And the funny thing is the more shabby I look, the more under a bridge troll, retired wizard who lives in mountainous land, the more I look like that, the more I have truly fallen in love with myself. And I mean that in the sense of like, really like not worrying about what other people think, really not worrying about whether other people agree with me or not, or if other people think I do things the wrong way. you know, Good luck to you. Maybe I am doing it the wrong way, but it's my way to find out if it's the wrong way for me. So that's the path I'm in. And so I kinda started all this just to talk about this and hopefully get some other human beings on here, sit next to me, talk about this too. How do we get to who we are? 'Cause that's the biggest thing. We have so many systems in place, education, political, parental, influencing. We have so many of these components that pile on coal on top of our diamond, the diamond of who we are. Shine bright like a diamond. But the coal gets packed on, and we start to capture all these negative behavior patterns, these negative thinking patterns, these belief systems that we don't even maybe agree with. We start to pack all this on, and then we start to try to figure out, well, who are we? I mean, do I like this? Do I not like this? I don't know. I have recently considered truck driving. What? But part of me is like, always wanted to be a truck driver. I don't know. I just like the open road. I like the drive. So that's been a thought. Maybe try that. Maybe try that hat on. I don't know yet. I like my life the way it is. I've got a good system going. I've got tons of freedom. You know, I'm in control of things that I shouldn't be in control of. It's going pretty cool. So to uproot my life to drive a truck around the United States could be fun, could be part of my journey. I don't know. I kind of half jokingly discussed this with the spouse. Hey, what if you and the kids and me all just get into a truck and I do that for a living? Maybe we'll save money. Yeah, maybe not. But maybe we'll drive around the 4 of us and we'll figure things out from there and maybe we can pay off some debt. Maybe not. I did this half jokingly. And I don't know, maybe I'm just better at convincing people of things. I don't know, maybe my skill set has changed in that way, but I touted this in some way that she quickly got on board, quickly. Within a 40-minute conversation, her language shifted to be like, "That won't work," to, "When we do this, when this happens." Oh, phew, phew. That was a quick shift. When this happens? Okay, it's already now it's starting to get planned out. Now I'm nervous because I don't know if that's it for me. But I also don't know what is for me. Trying to live in this, unharmonious state where most of the things I do, most of my scheduled day, most of my planned activities are unplanned, unorganized, unscheduled, and I'm just going. I've been such a between the lines person. Do this, wake up at this time. You have this much time to do some reading, this much time to meditate. You have this much time to work out, shower. Then you have this much time to get work done. Then your kid's going to wake up at this time specifically because that works out. Telling my kid when he's gonna wake up and assuming that he's found a routine at 2.5 years old. You're gonna wake up at this time, we get this much time to hang out, I make coffee, get the car started, let it run for 10 minutes, boom, I'm out the door, boom, at work on time. No, nope, rarely, rarely does it ever go with like that. So I'm trying more and more to let go of things. Let go of it. Don't even set an alarm. Maybe I mean, there's mornings where I wake up at 1:45 and can't fall back asleep. I get a lot done on that day. There's other days where it's like, it's 9:09 and I start work at 10. I'm gonna be late, but I'm trying to just let life, God, the breath of existence flowing in and out of me, I'm trying to let that guide my day more, that predict my schedule. Maybe I don't get any reading in that day. Oh, well, maybe I don't get to sit and meditate and do nothing for an hour. Oh, well, maybe it will fit in at 3 PM that day. Maybe I'll get a cancellation and I'll go sit at a park and stare at a tree for 35 minutes. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a workout in that morning. I don't know. But I'm trying to just live in conjunction with where life's leading me. So, I mean, the trucker thing is like, I don't really know if I want to do that. Boom. But if life plugs in avenues, okay, and other people do the work. I'm gonna emphasize that part of it for myself when other people do the work, because 'cause I'm not for work. Okay, I'm like PJ Funny Bunny. I'm not for work. I ain't hanging out with you beavers making dams all the time. I wanna hang out, hop around, and eat carrots. So, I'm trying to live that way. So, if other people put things in place, it's like, "Oh, looked this up, scheduled this out, this is organized for us, seems like this might plan out well," then I might just, "Oh, well, that's something you told me to do today, and you coordinated an appointment for me, so I'm gonna go there." So, I don't know where life's gonna shift me. Maybe I'm on the road for 2 years. I don't know what I'm doing. That's why I'm here talking to you. Help me. Help me, please. Nobody's watching. Other side. I'm gonna touch it. I don't wanna hit the microphone though. Boom, 0 people online. I don't think these long, you know, formats of me just word vomiting is going anywhere so far. Although, here's the next step in my game. I did make business cards. BC's, business cards. Just sent them off to a print shop. I could go through a place like Vistaprint, which would be cheaper, but I do have the ideology, opinion, belief. Probably belief is the best word for that. I do have the belief that money is irrelevant. I do, which is probably like some people would say, well, that's not how it works. Money definitely is real. It has a value. I don't know if it does. I mean, throughout my life, have I gotten enough money to do the things I want? No, but I'm definitely here. I haven't lived out of my car yet, even though I look like it. But that's for you. I look like that for you. Remember that. So if I, just the way that I've lived, for me, my belief system has told me that money is just like kind of this exchange thing that comes as I need it and goes as I don't. So I could go on like Vistaprint and get these business cards printed for probably cheaper than going through like a single owned local print shop. But why not? Then I get real interaction. Maybe that's some of the cost value too. I don't know if I want to pay $27.99 for some business cards printed offshore for me. Maybe I want to go to this local place that I drive by all the time and I can go, "Hey, Javier, remember me?" And actually know a name and actually talk to a human. I'll pay for that. I'll give you money to talk to you. How's that? I don't even need you to pay me to talk to me. I'll pay you. I'll buy you food just so you talk to me, homie. I'm getting those printed. I got this design done for me, which I think is cool. It doesn't really have a lot of info on it other than my phone number, and at the bottom, it just says contact for conversation. I'm just gonna start everywhere I go. Maybe I put it on an Albertsons floor. I don't know. Definitely gonna leave it at a bunch of coffee shops. Definitely, I might just tape it on the side of a building somewhere. I don't care who finds it. Just gonna start putting these out there. Okay. Once I get these printed, probably get myself like 500 of these. I'm gonna leave them everywhere. I'm gonna flood my town with them. Okay. I want that face everywhere. And what are you gonna call me for? I don't know yet. I'm a honestly, it says honestly, truthfully, authentically, because that's my main goal. I'm just gonna talk to you, get to know you. It's my main goal with any client I'm with. I don't care what you do. Okay. Are you on your route to go to prison? Good luck. Maybe that's what you want to do. I'm not here to stop you from experiencing anything in life. I'm not here to tell you like this is a bad path. Maybe you need to do that path. Maybe that's what makes you more of yourself. Maybe a 5-year stint helps you learn how to live life better, helps you find yourself. I don't know. I can't say wholeheartedly, factually, nope. You go get a construction job and work there for 5 years and make some good money, put a down payment on a house. You're going to be more yourself. No, I don't care. Yeah, you might have more money in your account. You might have a decent house. You might marry someone that you kind of like and have bickering fights for the next 35 years. I don't want that for anybody. I don't want that for myself. I want you to just be more you. Okay. And if living in your parents' basement and doing freelance work on Fiverr, drawing some pictures is your gig, okay, and it puts $900 in your pocket each month, enough to buy Cheerios and a cat, then go for it. Go for it if that's what makes you happy. I'm here to make sure for myself first and foremost, because I can't help anybody else. You gotta help yourself. Sorry, I just can't. I will assist you and reach out my hand every time you ask, but you better latch on if you want to go anywhere. That's your job. I am truly just wanting everybody to find out who they are, be more honest with themselves, more truthful with themselves about what they like, what they don't like, what they think, what they don't think, what they don't believe, so that they are their authentic selves. Because it is my belief that when you are authentically you, when you hit the inner core of your being, which has existed forever, and you find out that this is what I want to look like, this being is what I want to look like, then you start dropping and letting go of all the wayside bullcrap of what other people think, what other people do, whether this person's president or this person's president, whether this person opens a vape shop next to your drawing store. You don't care. You're just there to be yourself. You're not there to tell other people to do anything, and you ain't worried what they do. You don't worry about your parents. Parents are like, no, bad idea. Go get a job as a framer in the union. You'll last longer then. If that's what you want to do, I want you to go for it. If you love pounding nails into wood, do it, bro. Do it, homie. If you don't, though, if you like mending old shoes, then do that. Do that. Who cares about the money? Who cares about what you drive? That authenticness, the authenticity of what you're doing is ultimately going to lead you to more self love and more internal happiness, more joy. You be blissed out all the time. Okay. New cars don't make you blissed out. I've seen it. I've seen people buy fancy cars. Yeah, it lasts for a little bit. Maybe you get 6 weeks, maybe 6 months if it was your first fancy car, but most of the time, that new car, that new house, that new girlfriend, whatever it is, yeah, you got a few months. You got a few months before the newness wears off, and then that's the same old, same old. That's the same seat you're getting into. The car didn't change colors and the seat didn't change dynamics. That's the same thing. It gets boring. That's why when you know yourself and you live yourself, then life gets less boring because then you are authentically yourself. Back to my business cards. So on the top of it, it says, honestly, truthfully, authentically you. Then underneath it says, providing guidance and insight. Dot, dot, dot. Maybe, because I can't guarantee it. I can't guarantee that I'm going to give you guidance. I can't guarantee that it'll give you insight. I might drop nuggets of wisdom all around you, but you could look at all of them and look at the poop. I mean, if I give a diamond to my 2.5-year-old, it has no more value than his Hot Wheels car because he has no idea what it is. He hasn't joined in that societal belief that diamonds are high value. He hasn't. I hope he never does. I hope he never does. Sip, sip. So for him, he has not latched on to that general collective belief. And for him, here's a shiny diamond. Okay. This is worth $130,000. What do you want to do with it? He's going to probably treat it like rubble. He's probably going to use one of his tractor Hot Wheels to carry it around and dump it under the trampoline we have because it's rubble. To him, it is rubble. The shininess, he'd play with that outside in the backyard, drop it because his tractor looked more exciting in that second, step on it, now it's pushed down in dirt, and we might not find it for 2 weeks. He don't care about no diamond. Okay, he cares more about a Hot Wheels car or a Moana movie. He don't care about no diamond. So those are the things where we really have to latch on to who we are. And then we drop all of these like, oh, I need to make a lot of money because my friends do, or I need to have this type of thing, or I need to get a dog or whatever it is. And then you start living more like you. But again, gold nuggets, diamonds for me might not be the same for you. So I'm going to throw them around you And I don't know, maybe some of them you pick up and that's shiny, I'm gonna keep it in my pocket. Maybe some you just step on, push it down in the dirt deeper so you forget about it. But we're also here to converse. Maybe you say something that gives me a diamond to hold on to. I don't know yet. So that's the biggest thing. So I'm hoping with those business cards to, divvy those out and maybe I get a few phone calls for some randos who sound interesting on the phone and maybe I schedule a time where they come in and they talk to me. I would love that. I would love people to come and talk to me. I will have to let them know they are on a zero viewed podcast. I think I might get 4 views, but I think 2 of those are my mom, and then the other 2 are me, and if I hit a 5th view, it might have been my mother-in-law. So, I don't know how many people are gonna see it, but the whole goal is for us to just chat and record it, live it up there, put it up there so we can just chitty chat and we can just talk, maybe for 30 minutes, get to know a random person and ask them what they've done in their life. What stuck? What didn't stick? What led them to being more of themselves? What led them away from being more of themselves? Because I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I like talking to people. That's my gig. I'll talk to you about anything. I'll drive you around and buy you a coffee just so I can talk to you. I just want to know about you, know what's going on in your life, maybe tell you what doesn't seem like is you. That belief don't seem like it fit you. And other times be like, okay, well, if that is truly how you feel, let's set some boundaries. Let's, tell other people to back off, leave us alone, give us space to breathe ourselves. And I would do this for free. I don't believe money is really a valuable thing, but it obviously, it's still working in the sense that I have to give it to people to buy eggs that are really expensive right now. So I need it, I guess. So I can't just do things for free, although maybe I can. I mean, sometimes I literally think maybe I could do things for free and it would just all kind of, iron itself out. God works all things out for your good. So I don't really want, I don't think Jesus retained a wallet. Maybe he did, but I would like to find a way to, just chat with people and share some things, hopefully have them share some things with me, learn, grow, deepen our understanding of ourselves so we can be more of ourselves. Just read this book recently, and I think I've mentioned this before. I mentioned a lot of things before. I folded over the page that this was on because it was so resonated so much with me. Okay. And I'm going to butcher it, but you don't even know the book anyway, so it doesn't matter. The paragraph I read, you know, in a concise way, basically said, be truthful to yourself. That's it. Be truthful to yourself. That's the only thing that you need to do. That your goal, my goal, that a person's goal is never to change somebody, never to reform them, never to even teach them things. Okay. And we're talking about in generality sense. Obviously, I want to teach my kid how to talk. I'd like to teach my kid how to use a fork. But just in terms of negative ways or positive ways of living as we grow up, it is not our goal to reform, change, or teach anybody. That's not what we're here for. Our goal is to be truthful to ourselves, to be ultimately truthful to yourself, to find out who you are. You want to have long hair, you want to be bald. Don't be bald because you're a Buddhist. Okay. Don't shave your beard because that's not what your church likes to look at. Do it because that's you. You like bald heads? You feel comfortable like yourself with a bald head? Razor that thing right down to the skin. You want to grow it out and have a luscious beard like this human in front of you? Do it. Because it's not about oh, I'm going to grow my hair because it's more spiritual. I'm going to shave my head because it's easier for me. It's about what do you want to do? What seems to resonate with who you are the most? And that's what you want to start gearing towards. That's what you want to start going towards because that's going to lead you to be more of yourself ultimate goal to be who you are. So that's where the being truthful to yourself starts. Be truthful to yourself. I want to have long hair. Do I get looked at weird by, other people who I work with in the mental health field because they're like, how are you teaching anybody? You're not even kempt. Kempt. I don't think it's kept. You're not even kept. I think it's kempt. Kempt. You're not even kempt. I don't know the definition of that, but I'm gonna lean towards the word tidy. You're not tighter. You're not tidy. So how can you tell people how to live a tidy life? But this is me. This is who I am. So I'm not going to change it. If you don't like it, then maybe you're not for me. Maybe you and me don't click. Maybe I don't get referrals from you. I don't care because you're not me. I'm me and I want to be me. And if you don't like who I am, then there's probably a problem with yourself inside that you need to be more truthful to about what you want to do with your life. So that's where it starts. Be truthful to yourself about who you want to be, what you want to do, how you want to live, and then live that way. And don't teach other people like, that's a negative self-belief. You know what I mean? Just behave in the way that is most truthful to you. That is the message. That is the message you are sharing with all other humans, with your spouse, with your in-laws, with your children, with your siblings, friends. That's the message that you're sharing. This is me. Look at me being me and I like me. That gives you the message that you can be you and you can like you. That's the greatest message. The behavior, okay? I mean, this is one of the things like be like me, okay? Come unto me. These are the statements I think that are saying, do this. Just behave in the best ways possible. Behave as yourself. Display your happiness and joy. Because then people will want to get on the bandwagon of your happiness and joy, which is no particular system or format. I don't have anything that I'm selling online. It's like, do these 18 steps in the next 90 days and you'll be more you. I have no idea. I'm just going to give you an example of myself, being me and liking me. Hopefully that'll give space for you in your unconscious mind, hopefully eventually conscious mind, but unconscious mind to go, they're being them and they're happy. Maybe I can be me and be happy. And that is what teaches behavior. Behavior will teach 90% of the skill. My son watching me use a fork is going to teach the skill rather than me reading a book that says how to use forks. That might help a little bit in terms of the comprehension of what we're talking about. But teaching him how to use a fork is a very minimal amount of the skill development gained as he watches me behave with a fork, which I do most of the time now because with this thing, sandwiches do not abode, okay? Pizza can still, if I fold it in half and I go real wide, maybe push the stash. Either way, it's a side note, TMI. So that's what the whole paragraph is about. Be truthful to yourself because that is the ultimate message. Don't tell anybody what to do. Don't try to explain to other people how to change and be better. Don't try to rag on people about reforming themselves to have a healthier life and stop using dopamine drugs or whatever they've been using. It's not about that. It's about me being me. Look how happy I am, and I drink water and coffee. Look how happy I am. You can be that way too. It's in the core of who you are. Okay? Substances, right? Running with a crew, a gang. That's just irrelevant. That's an external thing that gives you a temporary exposure of pleasure, which wears off. And it wears off quicker and quicker and quicker each time. And so the thrill needs to be higher and higher and more often, or the usage needs to be higher and higher and more often. Okay? You're chasing a never ending game. You're a rat in a wheel. I want you to be a human being who he wants to be. That's the ultimate thing about that thing. Be truthful to yourself. Don't change, teach, or reform anyway. Keep your mouth shut. Okay. If my spouse has a bad morning, starts ragging on all the things I do, keep my mouth shut. She's ragging on me because of internal factors going on in her. It has nothing to do with me. I'm just the scapegoat for the emotion. Okay. I don't need to take that baggage on. I can still play cars with my child on the ground while being ragged on. And I don't need to take that on. It's not mine. We do, though. We constantly share. We'll get into that where we constantly share baggage with each other. I feel shitty today. It's not going the way I want. So I'm gonna make sure you feel shitty about yourself because I'm down here in this shitty muck by myself and you up there on the sandy beach playing cast. I don't like that. So that's where we need to have that balance. We need to have the balance and we need to be able to go, this is who I am. That is your stuff going on in your head. If you're spewing it out on me, that's fine. I don't need to take it. I can wash vomit off later in the day. It doesn't matter to me. And that's where we need that's the being ourselves. Those things don't bother us as much. And it's not my job to teach somebody a different behavior. It's not my job to change somebody's understanding of the expectations they had and how obviously you're going to get let down at some point because expectations are trying to plan the future and you can't plan anything. You can't even plan your drive to work. Okay, there was construction on my drive to work. I had to reroute, delayed my time, although I was here super early, but delayed the time of getting here. I can't plan that. I'm not looking up what the city of Meridian's city is construction schedule is to determine those things. I'm not. I'm just living my life. Wisdom is unplanned. One more sip of coffee for the road. We did a hot 36 minutes. Hot 36 minutes. It's 1:58. I don't think anybody has this place after me, but I got other things to do because I would talk to you for hours. I could talk for hours. I mean, I get it. I get why there's some podcasts out there that go for 3, 4 hours. I mean, boom, I can hold my pee even with coffee. I can hold my pee, okay? And I'll chatty chat. So I didn't even know what I was saying today. Episode 5. I hope you come back. I hope we can get into some real stuff and it's not just me rambling all the time. But this is where we're at today. And this is where we're going tomorrow. So I'll see you next week. Love you guys. Be safe. Happy travels on this planet in this universe. And yeah, that's all I got for you. I'm a little slow on the uptake. I still got the sniffles.